この物語は僕たちの物語。
俺が望むのは全ての崩壊。
最高のヒーローに必ず。
壊すお前たちの物語。
In a world where heroes are born from courage, hope, and the burning desire to protect others, My Hero Academia reaches its long-awaited final season, a conclusion that feels both epic and emotional. After years of battles, growth, and heartbreak, this final chapter brings everything full circle for Izuku Midoriya and his friends at U.A. High. The story that began with a powerless boy dreaming to become a hero finally heads toward its most intense and defining moments, testing the limits of every character who has stood by him through triumph and tragedy. This season doesn't just aim to end a story, it aims to close a legacy that defined an entire generation of anime fans. The atmosphere of the final season feels heavier than ever before. The world of heroes is falling apart as the line between justice and chaos blurs completely. The war between heroes and villains has taken everything: lives, cities, and hope itself. The once bright and inspiring society built on heroism is now shrouded in fear and mistrust. The emotional weight on Deku's shoulders is immense. He carries not only the power of One for All, but also the burden of all its previous holders. This time, he isn't just fighting villains, he's fighting to protect the very idea of what it means to be a hero. The visuals, the tone, and the emotions all scream of finality. Every scene feels like the calm before an inevitable storm. The stakes are no longer just about saving people from danger. They're about saving the heart of humanity itself. Shigaraki, now fused with the remnants of All for One's will, has become a monster far beyond redemption. His destructive power rivals that of a god, and his ideology threatens to consume the world. The symbol of evil and the symbol of peace finally stand at opposite ends of destiny. Their paths fated to collide. The final season captures this duality perfectly: two boys born into different worlds, each chasing their version of justice, each shaped by pain and choice. What began as a clash of ideals has now evolved into a battle for the soul of hero society. Every main character gets a moment to shine. Bakugo, once brash and arrogant, now stands as a proud hero who understands the meaning of sacrifice and teamwork. His bond with Deku has transformed from rivalry into brotherhood, a connection forged through pain, respect, and growth. Todoroki faces the ultimate test of confronting his family's dark past, standing against Dabi, the brother he thought was lost. Their conflict isn't just physical, it's deeply emotional, symbolizing the struggle between guilt, forgiveness, and redemption. Class 1A stands united like never before, each member stronger, more determined, and more mature. They've all grown not just in power but in purpose. This final season reminds us how far they've come since those innocent days of training and school festivals. The animation quality feels cinematic, every frame brimming with intensity. The battles are more fluid, the emotional moments more haunting, and the overall tone darker yet beautifully tragic. Studio Bones has poured its heart into making sure every punch, every tear, and every smile hits deep. The music builds that emotional atmosphere: soaring orchestral pieces mix with quieter, melancholic tunes that remind you how much is at stake. It's the kind of season that makes your heart pound and your eyes sting at the same time, where victory never comes without sacrifice. As the final conflict builds, the sense of destiny grows clearer. All Might's story comes full circle as he faces the reality that his time as the symbol of peace has ended. His faith now rests in Deku, the boy who inherited not just his power, but his unbreakable spirit. There's a feeling of torch passing, of one generation stepping back to let the next one rise. It's poetic, emotional, and incredibly satisfying to witness. Even in moments of despair, there's hope, the kind of hope that defines this series from the very beginning. The emotional tone of this final season captures the complexity of heroism. It asks painful questions. What does it truly mean to be a hero when the world no longer believes in heroes? Can one person really change the fate of society? Deku's journey from timid dreamer to leader of the next generation is beautifully complete. His transformation isn't just about strength, but about empathy, resilience, and selflessness. He has become the embodiment of what All Might once represented, a symbol not of perfection, but of unwavering determination. Even the villains are given powerful closure. Shigaraki's pain and rage, born from rejection and tragedy, reach their peak. The audience can't help but feel a strange sympathy for him. He's a reflection of what happens when a broken child is consumed by hatred instead of hope. His battle against Deku isn't just good versus evil. It's a clash between despair and belief, destruction and rebirth. In a way, both characters are mirrors of each other, products of different choices shaped by the same cruel world. As the final war begins, alliances are tested. Heroes from every region unite for one last stand. Old faces return, side characters step into the spotlight, and the tension rises with every passing episode. The scenes of destruction and unity blend together, chaos and courage intertwined. The choreography of fights is breathtaking, not just because of power displays, but because of the emotional meaning behind each move. Every blow carries history, every scream carries pain, every victory carries loss. This season doesn't shy away from heartbreak. Beloved characters face unimaginable trials, some even paying the ultimate price for the future of the next generation. But within that sorrow lies beauty, the beauty of sacrifice, friendship, and love for something greater than oneself. Every moment feels like a goodbye, a reminder that this story has always been about passing the flame forward. Heroes may fall, but the idea of heroism continues to live on. By the time the story reaches its conclusion, everything feels earned. Deku's final battle is not just physical, but spiritual. It's the culmination of his dreams, fears, and the promises he made to everyone who believed in him. The final moments are crafted with such emotional depth that they linger long after the screen fades to black. Fans who have followed this journey from the start will feel the weight of every memory, the laughter, the tears, the training, the failures, and the triumphs. The ending honors every character, every fan, and every lesson the series has taught over the years. It's a perfect reflection of what My Hero Academia has always stood for: courage, kindness, and the unyielding power of hope. It reminds us that being a hero isn't about being perfect or powerful. It's about never giving up, even when the world turns dark. The final season closes the story not with despair, but with a promise that as long as someone stands up to save another, the spirit of heroism will never die. In the end, My Hero Academia final season stands as a love letter to the fans, and to the entire idea of heroes itself. It's emotional, powerful, and deeply human. It doesn't rely on flashy battles alone, but on the heart behind them. It's the kind of ending that feels both painful and peaceful, a farewell that hurts because it matters. The legacy of Deku, Bakugo, Todoroki, and all of you will live on, inspiring new generations to chase their dreams and believe in their own version of Plus Ultra. It's more than just an anime conclusion, it's the closing of an era. A final salute to years of storytelling that captured hearts around the world. Fans who grew up with these characters will feel that familiar lump in their throat as the final credits roll. Because in that moment, we're reminded that even in fiction, true heroism is eternal. And just like Deku once said, this is the story of how he became the greatest hero, and now It's finally complete.